केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Welcome you all with my love and respects. It's nice. A small crowd means we can talk freely. Banu Patil was telling me, in a small crowd, Swamiji, what to do. I said, that's nice. We'll have a good time. I'm tired of speaking this for these big gatherings. If you ask the people who have come to India, of course, if you ask Banu, she will tell you. 30,000, 40,000 people continuously addressing. So I always feel happy to sit with a small group. They can also have some use, and I will also speak something from my heart. See, whenever you speak for the public mass, you can't speak the truth. We can never speak the truth when you speak in the public. You have to hide it, unpack it, do all sorts of covering. That is why, you see, in India we have two level of books. One is Shruti. Shruti means Upanishads. Smriti means Puranas. Upanishads are always spoken only to small group. Puranas are always spoken to a big group. Puranas for the public means lakhs of people. Shruti or Upanishads are it's always for a small group. The truth is always for a small group. Whenever you address a big gathering, you can't say anything honestly. You have to say it only in a social way. Social way means what? Bending the truth. The moment you bend it, it becomes a lie. Or you have to put it in such a way that people cannot catch the truth of that words. I'll spend a few minutes answering your questions. Anybody wants to ask anything? Any question about Indian philosophy, our way of life? Of course, you all must be exposed to all these things. Anything you want to ask, you are welcome. Our philosophy or our religion, whatever. Yes.
Why meditate?
That's a nice question. Why meditate? To develop this why, you need to meditate. Even your logic, you ask why. You ask why, how, what for. We have something called logic, because of which we make our life more happy or more comfortable. We do things. To make this logic sharp, meditation will help you. When you make your logic more sharper, more you are paid, or more you earn, more you make your life comfortable. Apart from that, you will learn a knack or technique to relieve yourself from this why. See, for the outer world, you need to live with this why, logic. The logic is an instrument for the outer world. You must know how to tap the whole thing, or how to get the maximum. You need logic for the outer world. But for the inner world, you need to relax from that logic for some time. You can't be always in that calculative mode. When you want to live, you need to relax. If at all you want to enjoy the inner world or anything else, you need to relax from the logic. You need to have a little bit of rest. For both, you need meditation. Meditation will help to increase the success in the outer world and to relax in the inner world. Usually, we always miss something. If we have the outer world, we miss the inner world. If you have the inner world, you miss the outer world. If you have the bed, you miss the sleep. If you have the sleep, you miss the bed. We always miss something. Meditation is the thing which will give you both. It's like today morning I was talking to Dr. Ravi Malpani. I was telling him, meditation is the technique to have money and enlightenment both. Money and enlightenment both. When you work, you will be able to do intensely. Intensely you will be able to work. When you relax, you will be able to do intensely. As of now, we will not be able to do both intensely. When we are working, we will be thinking about vacation. When we are on vacation, we will be bothering about what to do next. When you are in the office, you will be thinking about beach. When you are in the beach, you will be thinking about what to do next in the office. We will be just caught between these two. One thing is sure, if you are here, you will not be here. If you are in the house, we will be thinking of something else. If you are somewhere else, we will be thinking of house. Instead of that, bringing your energy to the present moment, making you intense, whether it is your social life or a personal life or your family life, in anything, you can become more deep and intense. Meditation will open up a new dimension to your life. And I have seen people making enough of money but don't have enough of energy to live it. To live it. You need to create enough energy also to live it, to express it, or to experience the whole thing in your life. Meditation will create enough of energy, physically, mentally, emotionally, and in being level to live. So, when you ask the question why meditate, even to increase this why, you need to meditate. Yes.
Jignasa for God. Is that created by a man, or is it something that God?
Whether it is created by man or something created by God, or you don't have to bother. I don't think there is a need for jignasa. Forget about it. There is a need for bliss. See, jignasa means search. The search for God is not necessary. The search for bliss is necessary. That is more than enough. So, when we say there is something called search for God, we will have all sorts of questions. First of all, whether He is there or not, who knows? Next, whether He created it or we created for ourselves. As you ask, there are so many questions. Let us not bother about that. But there is something called higher life in our own life. There is a higher dimension of you. Now, as on now, our life is based on fear and greed. It runs based on fear and greed. It can run based on love and bliss. And it can create more comforts, more possibilities for your life. So all I try to tell you is, try to aspire for that higher dimension of your life. That's enough. There is no need to bother about whether He is there or not. Of course, He is there, that is true. And you will have His energy when you start growing, that is also true. As of now, you don't have to bother about all those things. Start working towards a higher life. That's more than enough. I always tell people, try to work for religiousness. Means the quality, not just religion. Let us imbibe the quality of Krishna. Let us imbibe the quality of Rama. When we start imbibing the quality of their life, naturally you will see the ultimate. All we need to do is trying to imbibe the quality in the life, not just worship. Worship is good inspiration, but we should not stop with it. But most of us, we stop with it, we feel that's enough.
Swami, what did you speak to the Microsoft people?
Oh, intuitive management. It's about how to develop your intuition. Now it is becoming very popular. You see, you can't be very successful just based on intellect. You need something more than intellect. What in the modern day CEOs they call guts. But guts is only an accident as long as the Western lifestyle is concerned. Somebody somehow gets that energy or guts to make decisions. They become successful. But in the East it's a science. Everyone can have it. It is not just an accident, it's an incident. So if you can tune yourself to your inner energy, you will have the guts and you can become successful. You can start expressing that guts energy into your being, from your being. So having intuition is one of the basic necessary for social success. And I have seen few people without intuition itself, they make a big success. If they can fall into intuition, if they can achieve a little more intuition, the success which they make can be 10 times more. So I was talking about the intuition, and the other day we received an email from them. This is the lecture which is attended by maximum number. In their experience, they say, what this guy has attended? It's a maximum.
Webcast, and worldwide they did a webcast for the employees.
They say that this is the lecture.
Oh, the most hits on the website?
No, they had their internal webcast, so it was streamed live to all Microsoft locations. Yeah.
So they say the maximum people attended, this is a lecture attended by maximum participants. Usually those guys don't go for any of these type of things. Usually people, after some time, they think that they know everything.
Right.
They come to an idea, oh, we know everything what is there. So, but they say that there is a maximum attended lecture. And people also enjoy a lot of question answer, and hundreds of people watching through website, and hundreds are in the hall also in the presence. Tomorrow we will be presenting a lecture in Baptist Hospital. What time that is? Evening. Oh, same. I'll be addressing the doctors. You can ask some question, because it's a small crowd, you don't even have to feel shy. You can ask anything you want. In the big crowd, only people feel like, oh, we will look like a fool, how can we ask, and all those things. It's a small crowd. It's an, after all, intimate talk. I think people don't know what to ask, what to expect. You can see my experiences in Gujarat. I had a nice experiences. I walked complete India when I wandered, when I did the Parivrajaka Yatra. I walked length and breadth of India. I always tell people, Gujarat and Karnataka, these two are the places where I felt still India is alive. The old India is alive. The culture and all those things. Other states, it's more now westernized. It's true. Still, it is alive. The culture and the life and everything.
I've just been wondering lately about organ donation. You know, when people die before they're cremated.
You can do it. You can do it. Nothing wrong.
And nothing stays
No,
back.
no, no. Nothing stays back. Within three
long
kshana, you move out. You take another one body. So you can give. Organ donation is perfectly alright according to spirituality. Nothing wrong. Only thing you should be careful that when you write the will, they should wait till you die. Usually. These guys are in a hurry. They give you visa. They give you sometime quick visa. Speed pass. That should not be allowed. You should not have a speed pass.
Because in the United States, you know, they even have you put it on your driver's license, so that if you die suddenly in a car wreck, they will know and notify the authorities so they can
I
get it while
understand.
it's fresh.
And that is true. But they should wait till you leave. They should not quickly say, all right, bye. Let's use the organs. Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about the death experience?
Oh, my death experience?
Well,
Or usually how death happens?
when it happens,
Oh.
certain people seem to be more afraid than others.
When we leave the body, the last 3 seconds, we see the whole life in the fast forward. In a full speed we see. The whole scene comes in front of us. And based on how we lived this whole life, you see, what you again and again remember, that only will come as pop-up. That will be the pop-up. It will be coming up in the time. What comes up, based on that you decide what type of life you should go for next. If you have lived throughout your life just eating, you decide, better let us become pig, so that we can eat continuously. If you have spent your whole life just by sleeping, you think, better let me become buffalo. Sleeping, I can spend my whole life sleeping. So you decide based on the way in which you lived. That's why in the East we insist on living spiritually, so that you can have a choice, in the end you will make a right decision to take the next birth. If you live totally restless way, you will have a tremendous pain and the same restlessness, stress, what to do, what is next to be done, so much of confusion. And based on that, when there is so much of confusion, you can't even decide what to do. Simply you will be lost somewhere. You will not be even aware what to do, what way next to move and all those things. Of course, whether we believe it or not, truth is we have one more janma. Means there will be many more births. If we are intelligent, we can have in ourselves a little bit of intelligence too. We should have so much of intelligence to create awareness or consciousness, how to take the positive conscious decision. When you are living, if you can live with a peace and restfulness, at least one or two experiences of thoughtless awareness, what I call the meditation, if you experience, that will exactly automatically repeat when you leave the body. That's why when that experience repeats, you will have the calm, sereneness to decide about the next birth. If you are calm and serene to decide about the next birth, you will not be suffering in the deathbed. Pulling and pushing will not be happening. Otherwise, all your desires will want to stay in this body. And your body will say, no, I am tired now, I can't host you anymore. But your desires will force you to stay in the body. The tug of war goes on. That is what is pulling and pushing. If you imbibe that serenity now itself into your being, you will not be undergoing that suffering. You will not be undergoing that torture. That is why in Indian culture, there is a beautiful Gita sloka. Bhagavad Gita says, what you think in the last moment, that only is going to decide your next birth. Whatever you think in the last moment is going to be the important decision. That is going to be the main thing which decides your next life. People think, oh, now I can tell what to do, whatever I want. In the end, I'll just chant Rama Krishna. Nothing will happen. That is not possible. When you live throughout your life, if you remember only Coca-Cola, that time also you will remember that only. You will remember only Coca-Cola. How do you think you will remember Rama Krishna? Nothing will work. What you remember in this life intensely, that only you will remember at the end, automatically, because you will be in unconscious. It's going to be such a hectic thing. Naturally, you will be unconscious. So unless you are very conscious or aware about your living, it's very difficult to have a peaceful death. According to me, peaceful death is the real achievement any man can have, any man can achieve in his life. That's the ultimate achievement everyone should achieve. And that is the real insurance. All other insurance will go only to your wife and daughter who are waiting for it, who are waiting for you to die. This is the real insurance. This is the only thing you do it for yourself. All other things are for others.
Swamiji, so I'm fascinated by traditions like Hinduism or whole traditions. If in my life I just want to become a Swami and become a Swami, then I would stay in that tradition in my next lifetime.
Yes.
And so
You choose the type of birth.
So at some point, all of our concepts of enlightenment and traditions and religion, that's why religions evolve and grow and become more energized.
That's true.
Is this energy ever truly spiritual?
Yes.
It's not
It
on
is-
the side energy?
No. It is a truly spiritual and intelligence. Please be very clear. It is intelligence, not only a simple energy. The energy without intelligence is force. Force with intelligence is energy. So there is every chance. Next janma you can become Joananda. You can say Swami Joananda.